Give it up for David Perdue.
All right. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all know it's Black History Month, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel uncomfortable entertaining this many white people. I feel like I shouldn't be doing this, so y'all need to keep this whole set to yourselves. Don't tell your black friend you saw me, or I'll lose my discount. You know, black people get a discount. Did you know that? If I lose my card, I lose the 15% off Jordans we all get. Don't tell anybody about that. All right. I know what I look like, man. I look like the child of both Cornel West and Kenan Thompson. So that's why I'm going to start this set off with some cool Black history facts. Y'all ready? Cool. This is true. You can Google all this shit. I'm not making anything up. Do y'all know who Harriet Tubman is? All right, what we know Harriet Tubman for, people? Underground Railroad, correct. But did you know that Harriet Tubman, when she was about 12 years old, a lot of historians believe, was hit over the head by her slave master with a lead pipe, causing her to have what we believe to be narcolepsy. Did y'all know that about Harriet Tubman? No. This bitch was freeing hundreds of slaves, running from the superior race, and taking a nap the whole time. That's insane. Can you imagine these people like, we're so much smarter and better than you, and this bitch is like running away, like, hold on, y'all. And it gets back up, but like, oh, they still can't catch us. They dumb as hell. I love that for Harriet, you know? It's just amazing. I'm glad y'all laughed at that one. This next was not so fun. Y'all know who George Washington Carver is? Yeah, what do we know George Washington Carver for? Peanuts, right? I'm glad this is a well-educated crowd. One time I asked that, and a bunch of white people was like, cookies. I was like, nah, that's Famous Amos. That's not the right black man. This is why we gotta be in the schools, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get these books so people know. But we know he is George Washington Carver, over 300 inventions with the peanut. But did you know that George Washington Carver in his youth was actually castrated by his slave owner? A very common practice back then to keep the slaves from deflowering their daughters. Did y'all know that? You can Google it, I'm not making this up. But did you hear what I said? A man known for over 300 inventions with the nut. He ain't had no nuts. That's crazy, right? That is crazy, and it's very unfortunate. I see a lot of white faces all crossing their arms and like, not this Black History Month. I've worked too hard to be an ally to laugh at that. But true allies laugh, is all I'm saying. Anyway, I believe in balance though, right? I believe life is about balance. I think shit works itself out. So that's why I like to imagine good old George Washington Carver looking down from heaven just giggling at all the little white kids that got peanut allergies. Just laughing like, ha ha, I made that shit too delicious, didn't I? I got the last word, bitch. So fun. All right, this set's about to take another fun turn. I lost my grandmother last year. She was 91 years old when she passed, and that's okay. She was 91, she ran her race, she did good. 91 years old, raised 7 kids on the east side of Detroit as a widow. All her kids had advanced degrees and went on to become amazing people, right? So I'm very proud of my grandmother. But it was tough to lose her. You know, I had to go bury her in Detroit, Michigan, which is not a complete city, if you've ever been. I think they started on it and they were like, we'll get back to it. Never. I had to go bury my grandmother, which is not fun, but funerals can be funny. I was standing outside my grandma's house. Our whole family was standing out there, and we were, you know, mourning as a family. My cousins and stuff was out there. And all of a sudden, this car pulls up, and this dude gets out the car, and people start losing their mind. Oh my God, I can't believe he's here. Oh my God, I can't believe he's here. And I'm like, who the hell is he? Like, who is this person, right? I turned to my auntie. I said, Auntie, who this man? And my auntie was just like, oh, that's your cousin. And I was like, oh, man, I thought I knew all my cousins. Why don't I know this cousin, right? And she was like, well, how old are you? I was like, 34. What does that have to do with anything? And she was like, well, that cousin has actually been in prison the last 34 years. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I started doing prison math in my head, you know what I mean? Like, 2 to 5 years, I was like, oh, he was out here stealing some shit, you know? 34 years, I was like, he was out here murdering people. I said, Auntie, what did he do? And she was like, he was out here murdering people. And I'm gonna just say this, here's how I know without a shadow of a doubt that he did every murder they said that he did. If you know anything about black people in our relationship with the criminal justice system, you should know one thing about this. If we ever have a slightest doubt that we might not have did the shit they said we did, you're gonna see whatever your person is and their name on a t-shirt, and it's gonna say free whatever the fuck their name is. And I ain't never seen this man's face on no t-shirts. Not one. I mean, my whole family's like, that nigga did that. Keep him away. He gonna kill again. Don't let him out, you know? Crazy. He came in the house, everybody was all chill. Oh my God. And my cousin was trying to introduce her. She was like, this your cousin Dave. He's a comedian. I'm like, shut up, bitch. You need no more information like that. Don't do that. Let me introduce myself, you know, to the murder on my own time, you know? And he was like, oh, I love comedians, man. Y'all bring me so much joy. And I was like, of course we do. Everybody bring you joy this side of the bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a great feat I'm accomplishing here. And then my cousin was like, you should follow him on Instagram. Then my president, who just got out of prison for 34 years, pulled out an iPhone 13. And my first reaction was like, damn, somebody loved him way more than me. And he pulled out his phone, he followed me on Instagram, he looked up real slow, he goes, you gonna follow me back, cuz? And I was like, of course I'm gonna follow you back, you murderer. I'm not gonna not follow you back. You think I'm just heard you got bodies in the street. I'm not gonna not follow you back. I followed them immediately. And I'm only bringing up this, you know, this little family business because I was curious, and I'm pretty sure y'all were curious. You ever been curious as to like what a murderer might follow on Instagram? I was so curious. I was like, what is he following? You know what I mean? What is he into? Like if I was in prison 34 years, I'm gonna be real, I'm just gonna follow titties and ass. 34 years, you ain't had the internet. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know you could just access titties and ass that quickly, right? That's all I would follow. Not my cousin. You know what he follows? Little puppy pages. Little puppy page, little kitten page, and then old cousin Dave. That's it. That's the only thing he follows, and it's the weirdest ratio you ever seen. It's just puppy, kitten, puppy, and then old cousin Dave. And it's so weird because he is very active on Instagram, even though he has no pictures. He's very active. The thing that he does the most is like every one of the pictures that I post. And then right under it, he'll put a clap emoji. I see you, cuz. Clap emoji, clap emoji. Keep doing your thing, cuz. Clap emoji, clap emoji. And I'm like, hey, can you support me more quieter? I don't need everybody to know my greatest supporter got bodies in the street. The whole murderer. I need new people to love me. Because this man loves me too much. But yeah, I had to bury my grandmother. I had to go to a funeral. I had to go to a wake. You ever been to a wake? Do we all know what a wake is? If you don't know what a wake is, this is the origins of a wake. The origins of a wake, apparently science was so bad back in the day that when somebody died, instead of just putting them in the ground, we was like, hold on a little bit, let's see if they wake back up. And that was the thing, that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, we done sent somebody to the moon, we don't have to do this no more. We know, the science is caught up. We know when people are dead. Don't stop making us look at dead bodies for fun. No matter what your race, religion, and creed is, though, this happens at every wake. Somebody tries to comfort you in this way, and I hate it the most. I'm standing there with my grandmother, and I'm looking at her body, and I'm doing You start doing like this, If you ever see a black man go just know he is fighting the greatest demons of his life. And those demons are his tear ducts. He do not want to cry in front of nobody, right? And I'm crying like that, and my auntie trying to comfort me. She looks up, she goes, it's okay, Dave, it's okay. Look at her, man. Don't she look good? And I was like, no! Don't nobody look good dead. She used to look real good when she was making macaroni and cheese. She look terrible right now. Don't you lie with my grandma like that. Don't nobody look good. Shit was ridiculous. And I remember they had this old church lady, so they put her in a church lady hat, you know. She had a church lady dress. She had church lady pearls, church lady stockings. It was all, you know, she looked like an old church lady, right? And shit that I could not understand, it actually kind of pissed me off a little bit. They put prescription glasses on my dead grandma. Yeah, prescription glasses, right? I turned to my auntie, I said, auntie, why I got these glasses on my grandma? My auntie didn't miss a beat. She was like, well, baby, she got to be able to see Jesus when she get there. And that's not how that worked. That's not how that worked. I done been to church. You supposed to go to heaven and get a new body and new eyes, right? That's what they say. So now all I think about is my poor grandma can't see Jesus because her prescription is wrong. Just up there looking for, I wanted to snatch them glasses off my grandma so quick. You can see Jesus now, grandma. But I don't know if she's seeing Jesus right now, you know? It's weird. I remember I turned to my brother and sister who were right there and I said, look here, y'all. If I die before y'all, don't y'all put me in my glasses. I'd be so mad if I wake up in heaven and I still got astigmatism. That's some bullshit. All right, y'all, that's my time. My name is David Joseph.
One more time for David Perdue. Feeling it. Give it up for David and his terrifying cousin. Hell yeah.